Told you guys we'd be back. Oh, believe me, once I got done streaming, my other half was coming in here constantly. Just she was checking up on me because normally I'm asleep by like 2 o'clock. I didn't stop streaming until like near 4 or 5. Oh, I hate myself for gunning through the story so fast. I wanted to see what would happen next. God damn it! It was so good. I could not stop playing. I really couldn't. Ugh. Sometimes just good. Double check to make sure that this you guys could hear me on that end. I'm gonna go ahead and copy. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this real fast. Min. Leave my Hoshino figure alone, you little butt. Min. I know, you're wondering why I have such a freaking interest in that specific character, considering that's the figure right there. Do you want out? Here. There you go, baby girl. Oh, she wanted out. Um, I have her figurine right there. I have her plush right there. I have her body pillow over here in the other old gaming chair that I used to use.
Nice.
And it wasn't. And the best part is a lot of that, all this stuff isn't even that expensive, so I was able to afford it pretty easily.
Nice.
I made myself a plate of Chinese while I was getting a lot of other stuff done. If you live in Nevada, 50 telephone poles went down when a storm came through the other day. So, zero reception cell-wise. Man, Trailblazer just sounds so exhausted, and I don't blame him. It has been very wild. Okay. Let's go through this. Imperator's Flame Chase Path. Who would win? A young girl emerging from her sheath and showing her edge, or a tyrant who has emerged victorious from 100 battles? The black and white legions squared off on the battlefield, golden and crimson blood converging in a coursing river.
The leader herself actually dares to step forth and face peril?
The tyrant charged toward the exposed gap in the king's flank, and instantly fell into a trap of raging flames and iron rain.
On the board, the king too is but a chess piece. If the king does not lead, how would any dare to follow?
She lifted the king of the crystal pieces high, as though proclaiming the ascension of a new king. Who would win? The holy city that has stood for 1,000 years, or the foreign city-states invading from 1,000 miles away? Hollow hatred ignited the flames of war that besieged besieged walls of dawn tottered.
Only a miracle can save us now.
The cowardly elders barred themselves behind closed doors, while the trembling citizenry knelt and prayed.
There is no need to panic. The miracle is already here.
Under the banners dancing like waves, the burning crown shone bright as the wheeling constellations. Who would win? The general who saved the city, or the high and mighty with their privileged authority? The guillotine fell, severing the elder's life. The whispers dissipated, and the scales of victory tipped.
From this day forth, I shall bring justice to the holy city.
The people cried out her name and knelt in reverence, but were stopped by the sound of the scepter of authority striking the ground.
Do not lower your heads beneath my crown.
This was the first and also the only Imperator.
Ah, her story. Okay.
Who would win? The heroes bursting with ambition, or the omnipotent gods?
The Imperator issued the decree! The start of the flame chase journey is at hand!
Perhaps drawn by the grand design to welcome the Era Nova, or perhaps convinced by that king's great renown. Righteous warriors from across the land gathered before the Imperator's throne. On the day the journey began, the sky was an expanse of fluttering banners. The people gazed upon the overwhelming military alliance, a golden city reflected in their eyes. As for the end of that chess game, the scholars debate endlessly, but such discussions always end with a sigh. The invincible Imperator faded at the pinnacle of power, the crown's flames extinguished in the lake. The banner once revered by the people, along with the broken spears of the heroes, now a tomb. The people said,
Even the sovereign that conquers all before her is no match for fate.
Yet she said,
In a war with fate, has there ever been any justice?
Sadria. Or Serdra. Her story's done. Mysterious foreign guest. When I called you mother, Evernight.
the gates of the Temple of the Three Fates gently opened on the day of prayer, and the crowd crouched, whispering like the tide. The priests of Janus listened to the prophecies. The unwavering axis of the scales of Talantin maintains balance, and only Ornyx remains silent.
Mother, teach me how to answer prayers.
The Titan tasked with time is as perplexed as a child.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
A familiar voice rings out.
Listen carefully. The future they want is in the past.
like the first light of the morning star.
Really? In the past?
The child sank into a peaceful slumber of recollection, whispering revelations in their sleep. Until the masses crying out amidst the flames of war were swept away by the sounds of sharp swords locking, the fires of ambition incinerating the law.
Mother. Mother. Usurper. Assassinate the divine body.
Memories are tightly entangled by nightmares with nowhere to run.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
An unfamiliar voice rings out.
Go to sleep. The ending they want is yet to be born.
Like the warm glow of the setting sun.
Really? Not here yet?
The child continues to sleep, waiting for the next waking dream. And when they opened their eyes, 2 of the 3 fates who once received offerings had already faded from the pages of history.
Mother. Mother. I'm already all alone.
The child let out a helpless cry.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
A familiar voice rings out in the mirror.
Just wait. The stars that illuminate the night will visit in the end.
Like gentle moonlight. The gates of the Temple of the 3 Fates now closed tight. People no longer pray to a titan who cannot touch the world. Within the inescapable dreamscape, the flower stems nourished by the black tide serve as a swaddling embrace, drowning the young child's soul.
Mother. Mother. Help me leave this place.
But this time, they didn't receive a response. Only long years of yearning and pain. Like the silence of the Evernight. Days and nights passed, the years turned. Dust covers the glory of the past. The priests have forgotten this titan.
Waiting. Hate waiting.
They watched over the slumbering sprite, gazing at the dull mirror. But a fleeting mirage flickers in the mirror, the shining stars and the lights of the home, and a strange yet familiar voice.
Wake up! Our familiar old friends have already arrived.
Like the newborn dawn.
Evernight. Jeez. Let's keep going. Seismic walking dragon. Beast of the desolate ancient land.
The ancient chaos was shrouded in silence and shadow. The giant dragon's offspring was born from the earth. Sweet dreams had smothered the giant dragon's eyes and ears, and as they slept, the 100 eyes of Aquila had already opened, and Fagusa had begun to stir the playful waves. Yet Giorios remained weighty and silent. Layer upon layer of peaks enveloped the dragon, cradling them in a bed more grand than any in existence. The giant dragons spent their childhood in darkness. From the moment their bleary eyes blinked open from haze of slumber, they hungered to feast on crude iron and drink deep of molten lava. And the Titan lifted them up by their ribs, slowly raising them. The dragon's spine sliced through the strata of rock, cutting open the soil. When they reached the surface, they summoned mist woven of the fire of the stars. As though seeing themselves clearly and in full through the eyes of a giant bird. The giant dragon walked the earth alone. The Titan knew they were lonely and terrified too, and so sculpted new beasts from flesh and bone. In that wild, barren world, the giant dragon led the beasts of the earth. Excessively long life gifted the giant dragon with eyes that could pierce the veil of years. They witnessed the separation of day and night, as well as the entanglement of reason and romance. And even Kephaly did not neglect to share with them a chalice of golden blood. The ocean teased, saying even should the earth sink utterly, they would not rot. Ever since they opened their eyes, the giant dragon rarely returned to slumber. And thusly, that mesmerizing dream that occasionally burst forth at night etched a trace on their memory. The gods they were familiar with were in this dream, and they were as immense and imposing as ever, yet had lost their freedom. Just what manner of magnificent pathstrider could imprison the Titans as mere reflections? The giant dragon dreamed also of their own path, that great breath from the heavens, or perhaps from beyond even the heavens. They dreamed of silver shards amongst the stars, reflecting the form of another giant dragon. That great cerulean dragon approached Amphorius, the distant whispers roiling, becoming a roar engraved in the earth. They recognized the meaning in that low roar. Its name, permanence.
Terravox. We should leave Finance Tail for last. And oh, her! Wave Strumming Knight. Helicatra. Or Helectra. I'll figure out how to say it soon. Banquet Sonata.
The black tide that blotted out the sky surrounded the city walls. The soldiers manning the walls, battered from battle. Melodious chords of music were suddenly heard. A single swordmaster had overcome the waves of enemies. The song flowed from betwixt the blades, breaking through formations as a dorsal fin cleaving the waves. When the last wicked beast finally fell, shattered into pieces amidst the sword's dance, the frost blade bore no trace of blood.
The legions of heroes under my command are as vast as the sea, yet lack a formidable sword banner.
The commander extended a hand, inviting the musician to join. Should a fish separated from its school glimpse a faint glow, it will swim toward the light. The swordmaster clasped the commander's hand, as though gently grasping the hilt of a keen blade. When the spray of her waves extinguished the fires of war from the holy city, golden name was engraved upon the stone pillars. The former commander burned the crown to become king.
High Sealings, brave in battle, triumphant in command. I grant you the title Dux Gladiorum. Let us all forge ahead together.
During the banquet after the battle, the weaver tailored for her a splendid dress, and the commander poured her honey brew. Her golden-blooded comrades gathered about her, chanting her new name, urging her to play that splendid music. The candlelight danced and mingled with flowing drink, swords and song ringing out in unison. Yet none knew that was once a lonely melody from the deep sea. The music of revelry continued for a long time, until the whispers of conspiracies were buried in the songs, until the roars of lethal struggle shattered the music. Legend holds that they who bear the weight of a pillar shall one day return to where it stands. Those who tug at the earth shall end amongst the mountains. Those who sow dawn and dusk shall remain eternal in the sky. And she would once again return to the pitch-black sea. And she would once again sing her music alone. The bountiful ocean, with the banquets of bygone days, stir as futile bubbles at the bottom of a glass. Many years later, the song once played by that swordmaster was played by future generations in the Holy City. The people knew the demigod of the seas was still a noble captain. She possessed peerless swordsmanship and a song that is passed down through the ages. It was just that she had long since vanished. Guests at the banquet sometimes spoke of her, but it was only a prayer between their cups.
High ceilings, melody of the waves, bless our night that we may drink deep and dance till dawn.
Birth of Spirit Thief. Okay.
This is an age of ruin. The Chrysos War ignites once more, while Zagreus' taunts ripple through the city streets. This is also an age of splendor. 300 thieves spring forth from Dolos, each scheming to conceal the truth from prying eyes, robbing the rich to give succor to the poor.
Every one of them deceives gods and men alike, righteous and valiant.
The flame-chased journey has been cut short midway, yet the girl pounds her chest at the gold weaver, not afraid.
The core flame of trickery is near. If now isn't the time to risk it all, then when?
The prophecy reveals the Titan's trail. Golden threads binds the fleeing god of thieves.
Nice trick, but why not release me? I can show you where all the buried treasures lie.
The young girl flashed a grin and walked towards the god who was pretending to smile.
I once vowed to the god of thieves that I would force trickery to reap what they have sown.
The Titan whispered from the vortex, the god of trickery's earnest plea. They made a promise to the girl who entered the trial, that the whole world would be bathed in light, no more lies and deceit.
It is, if my divine authority is not inherited, shadow lies shall never again be born, and I, even having lost the core flame, may yet scrape out survival here, in secret.
The young girl recalled the hearth fire of her childhood.
Cyphera, only honesty is well liked.
She pursed her lips.
That does sound like quite the ideal society. Of course I didn't accept. How boring would a world without deception be?
The young girl demonstrated her newly acquired divine power, molding lies into reality.
The defeated Titan is now not but a wandering soul.
But somewhere far away, a purple spirit thief opened bleary eyes. They had forgotten their previous life as a Titan, and remembered only the girl's crafty message.
Go! Collect treasure, you greedy little grave. Once you regain the memories of trickery from chests, then I will claim the reward for saving your life.
In the days spent away from Akama, the girl grew accustomed to traveling alone. In a certain city, she heard of a spirit thief, rumors aplenty.
I, Bartolo's master thief, shall take all you labored to gain.
So saying, the spirit thief steals the girl's coin pouch and fled without a trace. But a gust of wind brushed past, and the girl had already caught them.
Running for it? Your life was saved by my trickery, you know.
The old god and the new finally reunite, the two rivals who, from that moment on, became thieves and companions both. It's just that the spirit thief's companion was always scaring them.
Hey, the fish in the River of Souls are starving, you know.
A thief reveals a few lies.
The first lie is called, "Fellow thieves, come on and deceive gods with me."
The world has already forgotten that feast. Lies unnumbered that drowned the day of souls. Schemes uncounted, burning for a night of revelry. 300 thieves shackled in imprisonment in exchange for a titan's resigned confinement.
To have managed to trick the Grand Master of all tricks.
I can die happy now.
This was Dolos's great achievement, the deception of the gods, where even Zagreus was fooled.
The second lie is called, "The god of trickery is now not but a wandering soul."
Why did she spare the Titan's life? The young girl knew not, even after asking herself. Was it greed for the treasure they promised? Or had she vaguely perceived their lonely fate?
It's because you're every bit as despicable as I am. It's such a relief not having to deal with the noble.
The girl dismissed and made light of herself, only forgetting trickery was once a god that supported the world.
The third lie is called, "Oh, eternal day, endlessly illuminate the holy city."
At Dawncloud, the chaplain's secrets foretold the coming of that endless night.
What if my lies are more sophisticated? Can the dawn last forever? No end in sight?
Bearing the fate of the thief star, the girl was long used to walking in shadow. But as she gazed towards the holy city's dawn, her duty became fixed in her heart, stalwart in might.
The fourth lie is called, "There's no reason. I just don't want to see you again."
The girl tried to mask her nonchalance, but could never fool the golden thread's questions. But it is the false-hearted malice that most powerfully forces belief. A true flame-chase hero willingly faded from attention, while the wayfaring traveler grasps tight onto fleeting light. She used divine power to forge a mask and conceal the last of her true heart.
The fifth lie is called... No.
whimsical coin fell to the ground, telling the tale of fate fulfilled. Travels unwitnessed, ruses unknown. To whom may these now be told?
Lies are always but lies. But you can make them more beautiful than the truth.
Under the somber sky, golden blood soaked the thief's cloak. Like a golden thread tailored just for her, an exquisite robe that she never stole.
I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know why. I just cannot get into Cypher, and I know a lot of people love her. Like, she seemed perfectly tailor-made for me to enjoy as a fan. Cat girl, obviously. Pretty voluptuous body. And her voice actor just kills it. They let her have fun, and she had a lot of fun. But I just can't really get into the character. I don't know. I like every other character we've seen in Euphoria so far. I will say Cypher's way better than fucking, what's her name? The bad guy for the God, I can't even remember her name now. Wow, and a lot of people thought she got off easy. No. Just dies in every single cycle. This whole story was nothing short of painful. And from what I can tell, we're not done yet. We still, I think, will have one more story bit after we get done with the Fate Stay collab. Alright, Healer of Light. Holy City's fading light.
On that day, the dawn promised by the Sky Father shattered in haste as the black tide surged, breaking through the walls with relentless grace. In a quaint yet exquisite courtyard, two bitter foes meet at journey's end, their fates entwined in fate's regard. With no escape, no road behind, they trade a weary smile in kind. Together they gaze at the heavens of fire.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
Not long ago, as the romantic demigod closed her eyes, the girl bottled her tears in sorrow and once more opened the dim-lit garden wide. Two figures step into the courtyard's gate. A general of Krymnos, her body torn, by vengeance bound, by fury swayed. A noble of the holy city, once wrapped in gold, now haunted by a fate betrayed. A simple injury, or so the girl believed, yet the two women met with scorn, their words like blades. Because their children fled in love's embrace, while bloodied pasts left scars in place. A feud unbroken by countless years, a chasm carved by blood and spears. This was a sickness beyond the girl's touch.
Just do your duty as a healer, girl.
Family feuds are like sunlight and storm clouds. They cannot mend.
At last, the girl saw it clear. The courtyard's birth, in days of yore, was born to mend the rift of dusk and dawn.
Then I will make every effort to have you cast aside your difference in this faint light.
Before long, the general's wounds were healed, and the noble's worries gently repealed. Yet when their gazes met once more, the loathing within remained unswayed. The girl then spoke the tale of her skykin, of a grandmother's sacrifice, a father's flight from within, of ancestors who descended, leaving their feud behind. Their hands in hers, she held them tight, yet flames of hatred burned too bright. She did not waver or despair. She just smiled and gazed upon the sky.
I will use my own fate to prove to you.
The courtyard, once bright, lay steeped in night. Hanging blossoms and wind chimes all swallowed by the black tide. The general raised her spear for the noble's sake, while the noble whispered prayers for the general, gentle as a lake.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
The death they awaited never came. Instead, a cascade of colors fell from the heavens, simply there, protecting them both. The sky still burned, dark and low, yet her words lingered, a gentle ember refusing to fade.
I will use my own fate to prove to you. Day and night can be mended, and so can hatred be undone.
Sky Castrum, its ruins like a blind and weary eye, gazes upon the earth in its dying sight. Alone, the girl remained upon the battlefield. No time to shy from the searing gold, no will to wear her usual smile. She fought her way to destiny's edge. Of the crumbled mural, but one piece endured. A corner betraying the day thunder night, dazzling in blaze. She placed her hand upon the mural, pain seared through skin and bone, as the picture claimed her within its lines.
Nothing is mightier than the sky. It holds countless wonders within its clouds, and each opening and closing of the eyes brings dawn and dusk.
In that painted world, the girl Celiosi's eyes glowed, watching her father, steel-clad and unyielding, cross the land beneath the searing sun. But the girl known as Hyacinth recalled her father's fragile light in the dark, the journeys into lands unknown, marked by endless sunlit days and restless winds.
The sky is the gentlest of all. It watches over all things with compassion, showering them with soft rain and morning light.
And yet, the sky remains so cold. It witnesses believers tear each other apart. And still, it cowardly flees from all responsibility.
Within the frame of that image, the one called Celiosi bore fury in her gaze, her golden blood trailing as she turned from home, sharpening arrowheads beneath the wide and barren sky. Hyacinth remembered her grandmother's song. She recalled her prayer to Aquila before her grandmother's journey, and how bitterness followed her to an unknown land.
But the sky is so lonely too. Forever distant from the world beneath. It watches every sorrow, unable to intervene.
No. The sky must be merciless. It must scorch the wicked, temper the fragile, and pass divine judgment, upon all human wickedness.
Within the mural, the girl named Seliosi became the divine eye, gazing down without mercy, a titan passing judgment upon her own kind. But in memories deep, Hyacinth heard their call, the golden threads that shielded all, the burning sun, vast and unyielding, carrying the weight of all the world had known.
No, the sky must not forsake kindness. Through its boundless embrace, it carries the core flame of hope for humanity.
The sky, it's so dark, so cold.
In the depths of memory, the girl named Seliosi pulls her knees to her chest and trembles.
Then please, come sit in my courtyard.
A gentle ray of light seeped through, the celestial mural now fused anew. Once more, the land knows favor and boons. The girl who has now become the sky takes the hand of the girl who once was.
I want to tell you the secret of the sky's greatness. Whenever the anguished earth looks to it, it always offers a smile in return.
I guess Cynthia is done. Now, all we have left is Phynon, Prisoner of Flames. If we could still laugh.
Final? Perhaps you're more suited to being a teacher's assistant.
There were once those who misunderstood his alias. Final, an eventuality for students, a test for knowledge gained. It may bring wisdom to light and illuminate efforts, but the word's more common meaning is nothing less than the end.
That's quite ominous.
The man pretended to be surprised and responded with a smile.
Though it does dovetail with our destiny.
Laughter resounds. The man walks the land, leaving footprints filled with joy. Despite the weight of the past, he can always laugh it away. Those nearby glance at each other, unsure of how to respond.
Perhaps I was just born easygoing.
His explanation is just as carefree.
Look at Mighty and Professor Anaxa. Boys all grow up into serious adults. But as long as I keep smiling, Akuma will always have an upbeat, shining young man.
Though, having said that, he too has quiet moments. Each time he gazed long toward the coming dawn, a smile remained fixed on his lips, paying no mind to anything else. His eyes were painted with the azure of the sky, gaze fixed on the titan bearing the world.
I was just imagining.
He explained his own trance in a comment.
Kefali too was once in mortal flesh and raiment.
Now, when the man comes with sword in hand, there is no need to doubt he will swiftly win victory. But his smile is pure. Ever since the start of the journey, he is still called a youth in this story. Youth is always ambitious, with lofty goals. But it seems that in the man's heart, only the wishes of others are held.
Apart from the ideal of deliverance, what do you have left?
The golden-haired friend once asked him so. He remained silent. Then, as he was wont to do, he simply smiled.
As long as I don't ask for too much, everything will unfold as desired.
In Amphorius, untitled statues are a prevalent sight. As for the inspiration behind these statues, they are said to be the clay figures that Kephalu made at the world's creation. They made clay figures in their likeness, bestowed upon them the breath of life, and allowed the golden divinity of their blood to course through. Thus, the very first mortals roamed the earth, receiving the gods' mercy while realizing the sorrows of this world. But that sorrow was, in the end, only the sorrow of the world. Nobody ever cared what lay behind the smile, what the clay figure thought. The people likened him to the blazing sun, bringing to Amphorius a glorious dawn. And for his part, he embraced their expectations, being willing to become the perfect vessel. Like that god who shouldered the world, the man never cried or frowned. Yet he is not proud of his resolve, for sometimes he even avoids the funerals of the departed, only out of fear that he cannot cry for those in pain. He once sought out emotions of sorrow and walked with the lowliest of people.
Henceforth, your misfortune shall be my misfortune.
Responsibly and diligently, he protected all for the people, living in dilapidated cottages, sitting on aged stools, subsisting on nuts and fruit, beset by hunger and cold. The people thanked him for his grace, like a hearth warming winter nights. The man's presence dispelled the cold, leaving warmth with promises of morrow. Whence does his warmth come from? None ask. The man gradually perceives his true nature, but he dares not speak. Unable to bear the turmoil in his heart, the man set off on a journey once more.
Then I shall go save what I can.
He was a formidable warrior, invincible in battle, and when it was necessary to sacrifice for fellows, he could do so with ease, giving up everything without a show. Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are constant on the flame-chased journey. Indeed, sacrifices were not hard for him, yet his misgivings grew with every tomorrow. Like a tear that cannot be shed, such a resolute willingness to let go comes only from the fact that in decisions, he is utterly unafraid to hurt himself.
It is because you suffer that you are so much stronger than any ordinary person.
There were also those who could understand him, among them the Crown Prince. But he smiled wryly in response. Perhaps everything was just human nature, yet his misgivings never dissipated. This unknown man in an unknown corner, from time to time, is swallowed by terror.
Could it be that, unknowingly, the path I walk is by no means the correct one?
Fearing only greater the burden, the more the mistakes. The road trod by heroes need not be that beset by thorns. Finally, at the terminus of that road, in a desolate, empty place, the man's arms tremble. The power is beyond control, savaging all around it. This is the end of his road. But perhaps he had long foreseen it, but was doomed to be powerless to change it.
I am willing to shoulder this world. That is no lie.
But before the tears could flow, they were vaporized by the heat. His light blazed brighter than the sun, but beneath it, there was but cold destruction. The nameless hero, Castellana. He had never loved himself. Why would he love this world? A gust of wind will one day sweep past, wiping away all of the man's tracks. Nearly every footprint was stamped full of the fury that filled him. That humble youth faded away with the flames into yesterday. The first ray of light to pierce the long night was brought by the burning man, but the body that bore the weight of the world was forged by the fires of wrath. Rage is a crafty emotion. It changes its face, concealing itself within the man's life. His friend fought blood-soaked battles so their people would need fight no longer. But every victory and battle he gained left him neither satisfied nor proud, only with the indifference of emptiness.
You must be careful. Duty does not drive you to wield your blade, but hate.
His teacher kindly reminded him thus.
And behind that hatred, you seem to desire the destruction of the self.
But what about his joy? Was that too merely a phony disguise? He who once laughed amidst the crowd, day after day, as though it were second nature. No, even though he knew not the meaning of love, that happy past was not a lie someone wove. But now, even those memories have melted into fury. His hatred is such that he cannot hold on to what he cherishes, though all is precious to him. Fueled with lone courage, he attempted to resist fate, but the burning sun that shines upon all creatures once fallen will incinerate the land, becoming golden death. But what of his sorrow? Indeed, the man could shed no tears. But at the moment the cycle manifested, when all that was familiar was now remote, the world collapsed, becoming empty in an instant. But the stabbing pain in the man's heart, was it but the residual warmth of his wrath? The truth no longer important, the man simply took another step forward. He wasn't willing to believe it, but was willing to acknowledge it.
There is no need to question your heart. No need to crave victory. If I am born to be a vessel of sin, then I shall roar at evil, and together with it burn.
In the endless cycles, there were some moments when the man felt everything dissolve like a dream. In that dream, he would awaken again and become once more that boy who loved to laugh. But were he to open his eyes, the fury would cast a shadow. He saw the creators choke his throat, gurgling and gasping. And in that boundless dream, he mistook them for his own jest. But their true forms were violent hatred towards the creators, towards himself, a roaring inferno. The prophecy departed, Amphorius was unable to usher in the dawn. What rises in the distance is not the morning sun, but a ball of all-devouring fire, setting the universe in conflagration, searing till the end of time.
And Castellana's final act. And with that, the rest of the sagas are claimed, which will Resin, Stellar Jade, and 300. We've completed the Flame Chase. We've completed everything. Let's look at our past achievements. After death, there will be no eternal sleep. When Pollux Netherwing Husk Fairy Souls uses Death Wishes for more death, no ally character enters the indulging slumber state. Shattered Battleground. When facing the Giver, Master of Legion's Lance of Fury, cause the fallen feeds my might to fail to absorb, conquer, or be conquered. The Quiet Stone Path at Dawn. Join the young girl Serena as she converses with Kefali and protect a warm lie. Make no mysteries justice. Obtain the audio record Divine Echo Law. For whom the specimen remains silent, leave your treasure on the walls of the Council of Elders, but... Jurassic Garden, right at Dromus at 80s Elysiae. And finally, this. Complete the journey to Aranova. Light slips the gate, shadow greets the throne. Hero, honor thy crimson call. Through the land of repose, hero, return to that peace of home. Encounter the seas at 80s Elysiae. The fall at dawn's rise, heroes shattered that woeful effigy, tear off the Flameweaver's mask. For the sun is set to die, hero ignite that primal sun, take the torch past over 30 million eons. Paeon of Era Nova, hero sing that anthem of creation, embark on the final journey to Era Nova. Look at that. Jinglu, Blade, Silverwolf, and Kafka. I don't have any of them. That's funny. Origami Bird Clash gets its full release. And there's my invitation code for Honkai Star Rail. Get some pretty decent goodies out of it. Oh, quite a bit more Stella Jade for us to grab too. Oh, Sparkle's back. We've already complete Divergent Universe, so... Oh, bug completions. Oh, wow. Nice chunk of change. With that... 18,000 jade and 30 star rail passes. I think if we have bad luck with a saber, I'm not sure. Whatever we have left over from trying to pull saber, I'm thinking we can use to try to pull for Fidon and get lucky. Or pull for Treeby. I kind of want to try and pull for Treeby. She's so cute. Fate's Gift. Available after 200 more warps. I cannot believe. Does that... Does that... Oh. Never mind. I thought that affected that too. Alright, I still have a lot of these. A lot of the Starlight Exchange. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna wait to use that. The fact that this is costing Honoric shards is annoying. Can I use Jade for this? If I want anything, it would be this. Oh no, I have to buy. No. No. I don't care. I know. It's beautiful. It is very beautiful. I would love to get this for Firefly. But I am strictly free to play on this particular game for a reason. I know, so many gifts. So many gifts. So many gifts. It's not going to matter because in the long run, it's a small discount, but just getting this normally will get you it. This is the only way I could get it for its cheaper price. And even then, with the Honoric shards I have left over, I can't really do a whole lot with them other than maybe the quest sharing and maybe the full refill. And those are just sad at best. Glad I got her when I had the chance to. Okay. With that done, why don't we go ahead and explore the rest of Ada Elysiae? We'll explore this area for now. Oh. Cyrene's steady breathing suggests she's sleeping soundly. Wait until she wakes.
Gotcha! I'm totally wide awake!
I was just resting on the table when I spotted you coming from afar. Still so cool and composed, just like in my memories. Well then, what shall we do next? I want to do something meaningful. Great idea, I have something in mind too. Can I join you? Why'd you stop here? Wait, don't tell me you're into fishing. Think we'll actually catch some fish? I want to know a secret? The fish in 80s Elysia can read minds. Unless they're totally willing, they won't bite no matter what. So, want to give it a try? Consider it a charm check. Once the lion's cast, there's nothing to do but wait. Has anyone ever told you this? When two people are alone, what's truly special isn't having endless things to talk about. It's being able to sit in silence without it feeling awkward. Kind of like now. What's on your mind? Want to share it with me? Thinking about how you even know me. Maybe it's a simple answer. Try flipping the question. What does you know? How do you know me? Because we've been through so much together. Even in those blurry memories, I was always by your side as a close friend. Thinking about 80s Elysium. Curious about it? A little village cut off from the world, my hometown, and a starting point of our next trailblazing expedition. That's all for now. As for the rest of the secrets, we'll uncover them together. That's really all there is to it. Hmm? Laying it all out makes your heart feel a little lighter, doesn't it? Still, wouldn't it be nice if people could use mind reading magic? Just one look and you know exactly how someone feels.
Look, ripples. Come on, reel it in. Please.
It throws me off that she speaks for some voice lines but doesn't speak for others. Didn't catch a fish, but the tug was pretty strong. Let's see what it did reel in. Caught a swim ring? You compare the size to the swimming to your waist. Definitely not a match. Did some baby seal leave this behind? Aww.
Is that all?
The entrance to the grove, to the Remembrance Maze. Oh, we can go in here now. Wait, is this... Okay. Should we wait to come in here? Or nah? Now let's explore. You're dancing. So many memes.
Looks good.
Ma'am, the chief caught me dozing off while cooking the soup today. I got a big lecture this time. But when I hear this note, it feels all warm and cozy inside. Suddenly everything's better again. Ma'am, stop bringing that, ma'am. This is a prime nap time for everyone. I just dreamt the vines in the fields had grown into towering trees, covered in little white blossoms. Even the breeze smelled so sweet. I could have sniffed it forever. Went back to sleep finishing that dream, ma'am. Do is the steadiest of all notes. No matter how playful the other notes get, it'll never change, ma'am. That's how life should be lived too, steady and precise. No slacking, ma'am. When the evening wind stirs the chimes to life, their tingling drifts through the rustling forest leaves. That's the time to go home, ma'am. Wait, you rang it? Huh, weird. I just stepped into the field and the whole day's already gone, ma'am. Aw. Oh, they're all so cute. Oh. There's gotta be a way we can get through to the other side. Let's keep looking. Dosla, ma'am. Farmer from the village. Mammy, ma'am, lift your head. Don't bow to dry weather. Times are tough right now, but hope is just ahead. Hang in there, Mammy. Push through the mud and dip everything you got. And you'll see how beautiful the world is. And me, Mammy, I'll be right here, waiting for you. Are you talking to me? Shh, not so loud. I'm talking to the seeds, Mammy. It hasn't rained in ages. The soil's gone dry and the seeds won't sprout, so I'm chewing them out, Mammy. Hang in there when you bear fruit. I'll turn you into the most delicious dish in the maze and eat every last bite, Mammy. Aw. This wind door handle barely reaches your knee. You'll have to crouch to get a proper look. You crouch and tug at the door, not even a wiggle. Crouch down and knock twice. 2 knocks echo back from the other side. Someone's protesting against what you do. Ma'am, can I get some sleep around here? I'm gonna put a hex on you. Fairy hand raises his hand and starts channeling some energy. Seriously, can't we just keep our eyes open for once? Shut your eyes and wait, but nothing happens. No transformation into Chimera, no instant aging into a grandpa. You don't even have to log back into the game. Man, maybe I've been staying at home for so long that I can't cast anymore. How could this happen? Well, I hope you trip into a tree hollow the second you leave, mem. Welcome to 80s Elysier. Oh. Aha! Curious about the strange noise, you firmly took its source right out of the ground. Radish worm! Hey, what's the big idea? The month of reaping isn't here yet. See that vegetable garden? If I stay buried long enough like a radish, I'll sprout into many copies of myself. But radishes don't glow like you do. Say what you will. I need to prepare for the upcoming month of cultivation. Just so angry. I wonder if ringing all those bells in a specific sequence will give us something. Maybe. Check your mailbox. Deep green moss has crept into the top plate. This mailbox made by tiny fairies is so old that even the wind can slip effortlessly right through the cracks. Just like a gaze does. Inside you see a mound of letters lying forgotten. Take a peek at the letters. Your already wars with curiosity, yet your hand has already made the choice for you. To my dear friend, Snowy. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. You haven't written back once since that rushed goodbye. You still remember our promise to explore the outside world together. I've been diligently practicing my branch swings 100 times every single day, mem. You're so terribly late that I'm really starting to get upset, mem. Even if you've already embarked on your journey without me, please write and share your adventures. I'll read them as bedtime stories and fall asleep with your letters beneath my pillow. Your dear friend, Mifa, mem. P.S. Snowy, the chief borrowed your wondrous cleaning gadget and completely wore it out. I've tried everything to fix it, but nothing works. Now the dust on my cabinet is thick as a snowdrift and flies everywhere at the slightest touch. What should I do, my dear friend? It's a letter from Finon's childhood pen pal. Finon, just how many pals you have? This tiny fairy, Mifamem, has been waiting all this time for Finon's reply. What should you do now? Write a reply for Finon. If it were Finon, he definitely would. Write a reply. Most don't realize your quill pen isn't just for battle. There's one surprise usage of it. It writes. You haven't written in ages, and honestly, kind of itching to start. First, addressing the recipient. How should you begin the letter? Imitate Finon's tone of voice. Dear pal, it fills me with joy to receive your letter. Now for the middle. Mifa moves into adventure stories. What should you tell them? I'm sure it's going to take a long while to tell. Akama, Castro Kremnos, the Grove of Epiphany, Abyss of Fate. I've walked through so many places over the years. And for the ending, Mifa Mem has no clue how to clean their treehouse. Time to help him out. Teach him how to make a broom. What I made for you back was actually called a broom. All done. Well, that wasn't so hard after all. Dear Mifa Mem, dear friend, I was ecstatic to receive your letter. I'm sorry I had to set on my journey without saying goodbye. Some things just couldn't wait. As time flies, the past feels like a hazy trance, a brief nap on a heap of grass in a maze, as if I'm speaking to my past self. Let's open this letter regardless. Thank you for writing to me. Abyss of Fate, Hakama, Castrum Kremnos. I've wandered far these past few years, but I think you'd like the Grove the best. The people there live atop an ancient towering tree, old and grand enough to house 10,000 little fairies. I pursued my studies there for a period of time and met reliable friends and teachers I'll never forget. One day I hope I can introduce them to you. The thing I made for you back then is actually called a broom, an essential tool in the outside world. All you need are 30 leaves, each as long as your arm, and some sturdy grass rope to bind them together. If counting the 30 is a bit much, just ask the chief for help. Best of luck to you. I know our paths will cross again someday, and when they do, I'll tell you every story I've ever lived. Forever and always your good friend. Mission complete. You slip the letter into the mailbox. What kind of face me from him will make when they get the letter? Your reply will arrive tomorrow. Come check it in. With a nervous heart, you waited by the mailbox all day until at a certain hour you heard a sharp clang. Check your mailbox. The old mailbox stands there awkwardly, tottering as if a gentle wind might knock it over. You gently open the door, scattered bits of grass and dust, and the cobwebs and moss. A brand new letter lies on top of the old stack. Open it. About repairing to my dear friend Snowy. You wrote back! I was so excited that I greeted every passing fairy. The chief told me you'd gone somewhere far, far away and couldn't possibly reply. I never believed him. It was really you, wasn't it? I followed your instructions and made a broom. The house was sparkling clean in no time. The power of a broom is incredible. I probably shouldn't check the mailbox daily. It's getting worn out so fast. Back then you fixed it all in just one afternoon with all those clinking and clanking. How exactly did you do it? I'd like to fix it myself, but I simply can't remember how. Your dear friend, Mifabem. Mifabem is literally leaping off the page at the light radiating through the paper. Keep replying for Finon. No turning back now. That's why I reply. First up the opening. The soul of any letter. Mifabem seems to have noticed something amiss. How to convince her otherwise? Share some of Finon's secrets. Of course I'm Finon. Good partner. When I was 8. Now for the middle. The heart of any letter. Mifabem wanted to know how to fix the mailbox, and honestly, it could use some fixing. Teach him about mortise and tenon joints. Teach him about email! I once traveled to an ancient kingdom where the carpentry defied all I knew. And finally, the ending. A good one makes all the difference. Seriously, if you want to make the topic of the writing more sublime, this is it. Maybe just wrap it up nice and simple. Fixing things isn't hard. Sanding, carving, shaping. It's a lot like practicing swordplay when it's composed of countless extreme simple movements. All done! Well, that wasn't so hard after all. Dear Mifabem, dear friend, of course I'm Finon. Born in 80s Elysia, I'm the son of Hirinomis and Audita. Oh, wow. We didn't know the names of his parents yet. Crazy. Well, my family bonds nearly ended the day I left the weed out in the rain and when I was 8. Let's just say a parent's self-love is a form of love nonetheless. Likewise, maybe the village chief was just worried that you'd be scammed. A little caution never hurt anyone after all. I once journeyed to an ancient land where people lived on ships. Their homes adorned with vast, resplendent sails gliding across the void. They had a unique philosophy of woodworking, using interlocking and mortise and tenon joints to build structures of astonishing stability. Perhaps that might inspire you when fixing your mailbox. Fixing isn't that hard. Sanding, carving, shaping is a lot like practicing swordplay, composed of countless, extremely simple movements. Best of luck, partner. Forever and always your good friend. Read in one go! What kind of face Mifabem will make when they get the letter? Maybe the reply will arrive tomorrow. Come and check then. If your nervous heart, you wait by the mailbox until at a certain hour you heard a sharp clang. Mailbox has been reborn. No more moss, no more cracks, no more chilly wind whistling through. It stands proud and tall now, ready for your inspection. You instinctively reach for the mailbox. Sure enough, a new letter rests right on top of the stack. Open it up. To my dear friend Snowy. How I wish you could see the mailbox now. While I was at it, I fixed the crooked shells of creaky beams, too. Even if I am gone one day, they'll stay solid and steady, right up until the world's very end. There's something I've been curious about for a while. How is it that I receive replies so promptly whenever I send you a letter? Would you mind sharing that little secret with me? All this activity has made my tummy rumble like crazy. I can still remember exactly how that cookie tasted when you broke it in half and shared it with me. If you wouldn't mind, could you teach me your recipe? Your dear friend, Mifabem. Even without Mifabem spelling it out, you can tell the repair project was a success. That warm sense of satisfaction washes over you. Keep planning for Finon! You owe me another one now, deliver. This is so adorable. For seeing sex the opening, Merriman was very puzzled by how you mentioned, but how should you explain? Think of a plausible reason. At Kefli's feet lies Akama, home to a group of red-haired messengers. Now for the middle part. Mifabem wants to know how to make cookies. Eat, nap, eat again. That's just how fairies live their best lives. Teach them how to make crisp wheat biscuits. Introduce them to something a bit more exotic. Rude. No. It's been a while since I've tasted any myself. Finally, to closing. Everything's been said. Not much left to reply to, really. Then just a gentle check-in. Make sure you're eating well, sleeping light, and smiling every single day. All done. Well, that wasn't so hard after all. Dear Mifabem, dear friend, I'm so glad you noticed. At Kefli's feet lies Akama, home to a group of red-haired messengers. They're about as tall as you are and can open doorways between realms, sending letters with a whoosh right to where they need to be. That's how this letter found its way to you. Oh, Trivy. Oh. To think you'd still remember that. It's been a while since I last tasted it, too. I recall it was olive oil and wheat flour kneaded into dough, baked in the oven. As for the sugar, how many spoonfuls did Mom use again? I was too busy eating to pay attention. I kept telling myself I'd have the opportunity to learn the recipe before I leave. You can give it a few more tries. That's all for me for now. Eat well and sleep tight. Be happy and live joyfully. Forever and always your good friend. Smooth! I wonder what kind of face Mem will make when I get the reply. Maybe it'll probably arrive tomorrow. Come and check it then. With a nervous heart, you waited by the mailbox all day, but this time, what arrived wasn't a new letter. Me. Oh, me for Mem. Me. Is this the little fairy who's been riding the fight on all along? Me, why won't the wind chime ring anymore? Did something happen? A visitor I've never seen before, Memi! No matter how strong the wind, or how heavy the rain, or how hard I strike it, the wind chime won't make a sound. So I'm wondering maybe something's broken, Mimi? Well, if everything's troubled, you've been pen pals this long, might as well see it through. I'll give it a try. Mimi, really? Thank you, kind passerby. There we go. Mimi! I've lost track of how many times the river fish have swung upstream, how many mornings the dewdrops have dried, how many visits the postman has made and gone. Even Grandpa Pine's tears have turned into shining amber, and yet just now I heard it again. Mim, the same clear ringing sound, just like back then. It's like fate sent you to me. Thank you so much, Mimi. I'm just a passing trailblazer. Mimi, this chime was a gift from my best friend. Back then, neither of us had ever left our home. We promised when the chime rang, we'd head out into the world together, Mimi. But after a hurried goodbye, he never came back to Maze, and he never sent another letter. I kept wondering, maybe he just wasn't ready, or maybe right before he left, he got scared and quietly sneaked out into the treehouse, pulled the big leaves over the window, tucked himself into bed, and fell asleep so deeply he still hasn't woken up. It sounds like something he'd do. I want to see the world outside Maze too, but every time I step out the door, scary thoughts start bouncing into my head like little jumping bugs, Mimi. The house still needs tidying. I haven't packed food. If I've gone too long, what'll happen back home? And the wind chime, it hasn't rung. That can't be a good sign, can it? Me, I rack my brain and never find answers. In the end, I always slink back home, tail tucked low. But just between us, my friend who hadn't written in so long finally sent me a letter, Mimi. That's wonderful news. It is. He sent so many, Mimi. He taught me how to clean the treehouse, how to fix the mailbox, how to cook delicious food, and told me so many stories about the outside world, just like before. So I cleaned up the house, repaired the mailbox and the roof, and packed my food. This time I have no more excuses. Even if he's not by my side, I'm taking that first step, Mimi. Mimi, I'll let you in on a secret. Today's the day I set off to you. Do you really think I can do it? Of course. But whatever choice you make, I believe we'll meet again somewhere along the way. Me. Mim. I don't know why, but I feel like this isn't the first time we've met. Thank you. This time to depart has come, Mimi. Steps echo in the valley. Even though you know me from Mem has already begun their journey, you still open the mailbox. Was it nostalgia guiding your hand, or perhaps hope for a surprise? Sure enough, a new lever rests quietly inside. Open it. To my dear friend Snowy. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. A kind-hearted traveler helped repair my wind chime. And guess what? I finally embarked on an adventure just like you did. I've crossed the farthest hill and climbed the highest branch, then floated down holding on to dandelion fluff. I've sipped the sweet waters of forest streams and wrapped myself in thick leaves for warmth. During downpours, I find shelter within cozy tree hollows. And yesterday I found myself in a standoff with a beetle. I brandished my branch and claimed victory, winning some delicious nuts as my reward. I have asked the beetle to bring you this letter with my question. How does wood exactly start a fire, Mem? I've grown quite weary of crunchy biscuits and desperately crave something warm and cozy. Your dear friend, Mifa Mem. Mifa Mem has faced wild adventures and conquered unbreakable foes. Though to them, even a beetle counts as unbreakable. As always, they have asked you for a question you'll want to answer. However, this time there's no return address. Maybe it's time to trust in their strength. After all, every child must one day leave their home. Wow. Upper floor. I think this is where we need to go next. Strange current of air lifts you up to the higher level. There's the puzzle. You want to join the dance too? The Ray-only dance is starting soon. Ring the wind chime and you're in, mem. Well, it's just two of us for now, but hey, look at the bright side. No competition for dance partners, mem. I could listen to it forever and never get bored. Still, I better go deliver that letter. I'll be late, mem. But really, why would the letters when you can just walk over and talk in person? Doesn't make sense, mem. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Oh god, I get it. And look at this. Let's go. Okay, what I want to do. Do that. Do that. That's almost. I need to figure out where you go. You go on the very bottom. Why? That's why. God. Hey. Why aren't you? You're right there. You fit right there. Thank you.
No match for me.
Give me.
That all.
As soon as I had that one hit, that was it. Okay. Gourmet from the village. Hello, anybody here? Visitor worm. What a lovely little cabin. I really want to take a peek inside. Eep. When I was too soft when I knocked. Or maybe the owner isn't home. Oh, well, I'll visit again next entry hour. Eep. Aw. So cute. Souls me soulmim? Soup drawn from the spring water at the mountain source. Once boiled, its crisp sweetness blended perfectly with the scent of white taro mimi. Seasoning, rock salt from deep beneath the earth. But alas, the grains were too coarse and the heat wasn't quite right. The soup turned murky and the white taro came out a little too firm, Mimi. Ma'am, the taste sounds familiar. Wait, you couldn't tell what it was? Mammy, no one's allowed to question my professional palate. I can taste every single drop of seasoning in that stew, Mammy. This is dust from the rooftop. Mammy, a sprinkle of thyme's essence added to the stew. This is a splinter from a hose handle. Mammy, you can almost taste the toil of the harvest. This is hair from the back of a fairy's hand, ma'am. Who started cooking without washing their hands, Mammy? Aww. Time to get a bigger pot, Mammy. Latte, Mammy? 22 cicada shells, 13 and a half cobbles, and 7 flower petals. That's my entire fortune. Rounded up. I could buy half the maze, Mimi. Well, the petals aren't worth much anymore, but I don't care, Mimi. You know why? Because I'm rich, Mimi. So how did you earn all that? I haven't the slightest clue, Mimi. That day, I was just about to trade a petal for a quill orb, and when a gust of wind blew it into the stream. I sighed a big mem sighed, and I looked down and my feet were surrounded by shiny, glittery cobbles. Fate really is full of surprises, Mimi. I got so mad I just tossed them all away, Mimi. Then the cobbles hit a tree branch and the cicada shells came raining down like a summer storm, Memmy. In an instant I had everything and it felt so empty, Memmy. What should I spend it all on? Hire fairies to extract surplus value. Buy a feast or a banquet. Now you've made my tummy rumble, Mimi. I want to eat something warm and delicious too. But even if I offered a whole cobble as a reward, I doubt there'd be a single proper chef left in all the maze, Mimi. Mimi hungry too. Mimi, no one's... Aw. I thought that was sort of a lead of... Maybe we could find a chef hidden among the fairies, but... I suppose not. Dreamin' while stuff at the village. Doramem, waitstaff from the village. Come on, take a look, Mimi. Step right up, step right in, and come and taste it, Mimi. Welcome, dear guest. What would you like to order today? Candied quillor berries, quillor fruit brew, oven baked quillor berry pie, quillor salad, quillor berry jam. We've got it all, man. Please take your pick. Well, that's the quillorbs it is then. Sorry, Mimi. Truth is, we don't even have any quillorbs. I was just practicing my restaurant service lines. Even though the restaurants in the maze have been long closed, I've always dreamed of being a server, Mimi. Carrying hot dishes fresh from the kitchen, unlimited staff meals every day. That must be the best job in the world, Mimi. I even think I was born for it, Mimi. But before that, I need to practice and practice hard. Come on, take a look, Mimi. Step right up. Come on, try it, Mimi. Aww. Visitor to the Fairy Kingdom. Once in a village wrapped in golden waves of wheat, there lived a boy with hair as bright as moonlight. He loved to sit beneath the olive tree near the altar of Onyx, drifting into dreams as he watched the clouds shift into fantastical shapes. One evening, as the sky turned a fiery orange, the boy saw a glowing fairy flutter out of a hollow and in the olive tree. It sparkled like a star on the leaf, gleaming brightly in the twilight. "Hello, little star," the boy whispered. The fairy giggled, waved at him, and then darted back into the tree. Curious, the boy crawled into the hollow and found himself in a magical tunnel. He crawled on, deeper and deeper, until he arrived at a breathtaking place. The flowers here sang, mushrooms grew as big as little houses, and countless growing fairies danced in the sky. "Welcome to our kingdom," a tiny fairy wearing a crown of dandelions said as he skipped around. "I'm Prince Stardust. You're the first human to find us." The boy looked around and saw that the fairies lived in tree hollows and mushroom houses, eating only wild fruits and honey. "When winter comes, do you get hungry?" he asked. Stardust nodded, his glow dimming. "In winter, we have no fruits to eat. We must sleep on empty stomachs." "I'll teach you how to grow food," the boy said in exhilaration. He brought magical seeds and planted them in a sun-lit patch of earth. The fairies watched wide-eyed as he pressed the seeds into the soil. "Seeds need a kiss from the sun and a hug from the rain," the boy explained. "And then they will become delicious food, just like Onyx's miracle. Time will turn tiny seeds into great treasures." The fairies clapped and cheered, eagerly mimicking him as they planted more seeds. The boy also brought a magical pot with him. "This is a blessed magical cauldron," he said mysteriously. "It makes food taste sweeter and more fragrant." With the boy's help, the fairies quickly learned how to brew soup, bake bread, and make desserts. The fairies also learned how to store food for the winter. Before long, the fairy kingdom was filled with joy. The fields bloomed with vegetables, and the air in the kitchens was filled with the fragrance of baking bread and sweet treats. The fairies no longer feared going hungry in winter. When it came time to leave, the boy made a promise to the fairies. "When spring arrives and the flowers bloom, I'll return with more friends." The fairies cheered, adorning the kingdom with the brightest flowers for more guests in the days to come. "I'll be back soon," the boy called, waving as he crawled back out of the tree hollow. But after he left, the fairies must have been waiting day and night, and yet the boy never returned. The fairies lit never-ending firefly lanterns, hoping they would guide him back to the kingdom. Now, when the moonlight spills over the wheat fields, you might hear the fairies singing a lullaby. "Little boy, remember us still. Return with your friends to our fairy-filled hill." And even today, the fairies are still waiting, for promises in this land are never forgotten. Right.
Is that all?
Don't you think the note "la" sounds rude and round and bouncy? And just like everyone holding hands and spinning in circles, I love that meme. "Oh, I haven't seen you before." We've all promised to chase butterflies in the meadow today. Once the wind chime rings, we're off. If you feel up to it, come along with us, mem. Mailbox designed specifically for various addicted kebabs. Spot one addressed to you? To our friend from the outside. Do come and make friends with the fairies, ma'am. Everyone here is warming and welcome. Remember, only children with pure hearts can never find the path to the maze. I've included some little gifts for this letter. Hope you have a wonderful time in the maze, ma'am. Spoken by Dolamem, penned by Relamem. So comfy, you don't want to move. Sorry, we're full here, Eep, but you're the only one here. Fine, pull me up and the table's yours. This is how I wake up every day. I'm furious, Mammy. I told the fairies to water the fields regularly, and they called me a delusional dreamer. Why does the sky rain? Why do springs flow downhill? Why do we pour water into the fields? So many crests have been lost, so much knowledge forgotten, so many lovely poems have become nothing but meaningless notes of Memmy, Memmy, Memmy. Back when I wandered far and wide, I saw wheat fields blanketing the hills, every era green as big as a fairy's hand. Alas, I bet you've never seen that either, Memmy. How do you ever leave that place? I've forgotten. Maybe I moved here, or maybe I dreamed of the maze long ago, Memmy. Alas, every generation worse than the last, Memmy. The path to Remembrance Maze has long been forgotten. Your revival has brought the forest back to life. Since the leaves and vines have opened wide to welcome you, since ancient songs have guided your steps, we too shall treat you as an honored guest. We'll gather around the fire and share the rain, the stories, and the laughter. When that day comes, don't forget to tell us your story too. How did you become a village chief? That was a long time ago. Back then, saplings had yet to stretch towards the sky. You could still count the rings inside a tree stump, and the maze wasn't nearly as full as it is today. The first fairies to arrive, some ran off to play in the deep woods, some fell asleep and never wanted to wake up. As for me, I simply wandered to wherever help was needed. I don't know how long it's been, but little by little the village grew more lively. And then one day, the children just started calling me chief. And what does the chief do? Being a chief isn't as easy as you think. Planting crops, trying water, I have to handle it all. And when the fairies get in the fight, I'm the one who has to break them up. Then there's the praying, to the heart of the maze, listening to the whispers of time, interpreting the prophecies it leaves behind. And above all, there's the waiting. Waiting for prophecy to come true. Waiting for the fate to draw near. Waiting, you see, is the most important job of all. I'll see you next time. You have to, it's a promise. When the little one hears your tales from the outside, they'll wag their tails with joy. Okay, so there should be a couple more bells for me to ring, I guess. Why don't we look for those? No bells over here. Oh, this is the other area that we were looking at. We already ringed the one up here, I think. Me. Shh, listen closely. Can you feel the melody washing over you like your soul's about to take flight? That's the power of me, my life, my soul, and all that belongs in that one note, Mem. Me, the most solemn, the most sacred note of all. The chief says that the prophecy revealed to the fairies by time, our names were chanted with this very note, Mem. I already ringed the one there. I guess I can head down this way. Solomon, dance through the village. Hey there, new guest. Welcome, Memmy. Got your eyes stuck on my dance? Can't look away, huh, Memmy? Well, no surprise, I've been practicing this routine forever. Every move is etched into my head. By the way, Memmy, have you come across any other dancing fairies lately? They always run off the moment I get close. Looks like everyone's sneaking in some secret practice, all hoping to wow the crowd at the dance party, Memmy. A dance is starting soon, and I need to get ready to shine. Don't forget to come cheer for me, Memmy. Oh! That's so cool! Memmy, you really came to dance, new guest. That outfit. Are you dressed as a cold, mysterious knight from a story? You might even win the dance crown yourself. Every time the big tree sprouts new leaves, we host a new dance. We pluck the freshest twigs to weave into a crown for the finest dancer. Maybe I'll let you in on a secret. The winner gets the big tree's blessing in one wish. What would you wish for? Ma'am, as a dancer, the only wish worth making is let the dance go on forever and ever. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Down this way. Dormy Dew, Fairies Water, Nectar Sweep, tiptoe past the clover sheets. Village Chief blinks and winks, smiling under shady trees. Who's calling for help, Mimi? I guess it's just a false alarm. What's allowed to go wrong on my patrol? Was that everything? I think we've explored everything here. I think I found almost all of them too. Yeah, this is where I came in earlier. Flower seeds? A tender shoot hangs low, as if waiting for someone as you draw close. A golden buds gently bloom, releasing a few seeds in your hand. You recall the flower pots in the sacrament courtyard. Maybe you could plant them there. Cool. I got seeds. Okay. Let's go ahead and head back. Ah. One more of these. Oh, I see what I gotta do. Oh. Damn it, I had it too. Oh, oops. Hmm. Wait, okay, I think I get it now. Hmm. I gotta trick this somehow. Nope. Okay, I gotta make you trip. Okay. Hmm. Okay, this is tough. Hmm. Hmm. Is there even a... This isn't easy. Nope. I need to have this sky end right here. Because I can't cross that on my own. Hmm. If there was a way back up, then... Okay, I see what I was doing wrong. Alright. Okay. Hey! There we go.
Looks good.
There we go. Damn. That took quite a bit, but we solved it somehow. Dining table. Handwritten planting manual. Preference. Preface. This manual is certified by the Village Committee of 80s Elysiae, embodying the collective wisdom, generations on Nox altar. May all readers approach with reverence, using this knowledge wisely. Wow. They did quite a bit to... Jeez. Plant flowers. Sow the seeds.
Planting a seed in the soil, waiting for it to sprout and its soft flower to bloom. It's like nurturing a tiny miracle.
Let me see. Looks like they're all growing healthily. That puts me at ease. Did you plant all these? Yep. Back when I was learning the prayers of the sacrament courtyard, flowers were my best companions. By the time you snap out of it, the wet shells are nearly full. One day maybe the whole of Odysseus Elysia will bloom into a sea of flowers. Grow up fast, little ones. I can't wait to see what kind of blossoms they'll become. There's that chime again. And there's a chest. Can't go through there. You? How are you still... Hey, my old friend, but you didn't expect to run into old Barthol's here of all places. Whoa there, just about that look, you're probably thinking, am I seriously seeing a ghost right now? Well, whether or not you are, I can say with full confidence that based on my highly meticulous deduction, I am at this exact moment a ghostly figment conjured by your own subconscious. Excuse me. Don't get it twisted. First, I am the one and only real Barthos. Second, the real Barthos truly wouldn't be in Idias Elysiae right now. Normally. Just think of it as a little miracle to see old Barthos here. He'll start seeing a lot more of us anyways. Alright, my friend, back to business. Time for a little fun. Like every old Barthos got caught, I've got a short story for you. See, there was once time back in Genopolis. I played a neat little game. I laid out 3 boxes in front of a crowd. They only had to pay 1 coin to guess which one had the treasure. Picked the right one, and the treasure was theirs. But after they made their pick, I wouldn't open it just yet. Instead, I pop open one of the others, an empty one, and say, "Look, this one's got nothing. Want to change your pick?" Gotta trust your gut and stick with the first choice. So your strategy is to stay the course no matter what, huh? Well, if you were playing fair, you'd be hurting your odds, pal. I wonder why I did tell you all this. Now go open those 3 treasure chests I brought you and see what happens when old Barthos gets a little mischievous. Tiny specks of red peek from between the leaves. Newborn flowers awakening. I saw that. Farmer's Almanac? Oh, wow. Wow. They're a tiny village. Of course they'd have everything pretty much up to snuff and code. Okay. With that done, let's head out. Are we there yet? Wait, Worm. I heard that every group of children who went on out of the village would make a promise before leaving. When they grew up, they'd meet again before this tree. Sometimes they would step on different paths, but their friendships remained as strong as ever, as if time could never wear them away. Time passes in life's circles. When will I find that dear friend of mine? Aww. Samine's steady breathing suggests she's sleeping soundly. Wait until she wakes. That was a long nap. Ah, it's you! Why didn't you warn me? Did I keep you waiting? Well then, what should we do next? We could hang around here and just get to know this place better. Great idea! Let's take it easy and go for a walk. I'll be your personal guide. How's that sound? There's that chime again. Can we sit here for a short while? Oh, why don't you take off your shoes and dip your feet into the water? Have you tried this before? Phew, it's refreshing. Don't you find this romantic? The ripples on the sea surface are like magic. If you stare at them, time flies by before you even realize. What do you think lies at the other end of that sea? Why don't you find out for yourself? I'm no longer brave enough for that now, and I can't swim. In fact, I can't even fly anymore. It seems that in many stories, the sea plays a terrifying role, signifying the end of the world or symbolizing disasters. But the bravest sailors who conquer the sea always reach a beautiful paradise under a magnificent starry sky. Well, starry sky is often used to allude to the sea too. Perhaps the things that spark the imagination are similar in essence. As for you, who come from beyond the sky, are you also kind of a brave soldier?
Wow,
or sailor?
The breeze is so pleasant. I wish every day was as peaceful as the surface of the sea.
Another chime. More memory crystal shards. Open. I'm curious. I really want to know what's beyond the sea, but I can't sail and I can't swim. I heard there's a sea-splitting prayer. Rending my form, setting free. They're just so cute. Oh, you little! Did I spook you? I was supposed to make a debut here and gave you a real scare, but you already bumped into me somewhere else. Still can't let this go to waste. Let's see. How about a consolation prize? I'll whisper to you a world-shaking secret. Sound good? You mean the truth about the phone device? Already heard that one. Nah, what I've got is a real deal. Crossworld certified. Life is a game of mystery chess. Anything can be hidden, anything can be revealed, anything can be manipulated, and anything can be turned into data. Can you tell the implication of this metaphor I'm referring to right now?
Is that all?
Oh, there's this slamming seal. Okay. And that's where we're looking for those.
Looks good.
Old cargo bill of lading? Well, hello, my esteemed guests. We meet again. This is to be a dream. In a way, you're right. I exist here thanks to your active imagination. 80s Olivier is influenced by a unique power that molds me from your memories. Magic, one might say. In this form, I inherit the ability to sense weavers and a duty to collect nymphs. I'm sure you recall my former purpose. Regardless, thank you for your continued assistance. If you find any nymphs, please lend a hand. I'll get back to work. Yeah, I gotta search for the rest of those things. I think I managed to find all of them at least once. Finon's memory? Finon, I prepared a farewell gift for you. Aren't you happy? What kind of gift? I can't show it to you yet, or it won't be a surprise. But to make up for it, I can tell you a little secret. That dummy piece has also prepared something for you. He's just way too shy to say anything. Take yourself alright. I will. Dewey's gonna study hard and learn lots and lots of things. Then when I'm a big kid, I'll drag that dummy piece with me and we'll all go and venture to save the world together. Hey, Finon, how much longer do you think it'll take for us to be as amazing as you? Don't worry. It won't be long. How I wish I could grow up faster. Why did the days in the 80s, Lizzie, have to go by so slow? Yesterday, once more. Livia's drawing book. No. Ho 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 ho. Hey Mom, I'm home. Look at your expression. Got your bags all packed? Can't hide anything from you, huh? Yeah, I'm all set, heading out the day after tomorrow. You've always been easy to read, my sweet child. Since you were little, I had just to glance your way to know what's on your mind. You said you're going to Castrum Kremnos, right? I wonder how far that is from our 80s Elysier. No clue. I heard the Castrum Kremnos roams around slowly, just like Adromus. Don't worry, Mom. Once I finish my studies, I'll come straight home. Who knows, maybe one day that city will wander right past our village. Then I'll have to keep watch from the haystack, just to see if a mountain-sized Dromus is heading for 80s Elysier. When that day comes, your dad and I will fire up the stove, get a feast ready. You'll see the golden fields, the kitchen smoke curling, and know you're home. Even without the smoke, I'll always know where home is. I know these wheat fields better than anyone. Except Dad, maybe. When I get back, I want honey sun cake with smoked venison and olive juice. Knew you'd say that, and if you make any friends, bring them home. The whole village will throw a proper feast to welcome them. You got it. I can't help wondering the people I'll meet out there. I believe in you. You'll definitely find kind, sincere people to walk beside you. Just remember to treat them with the same kindness. Never let their hearts go cold and hopes turn sour. Okay? Ah, I won't, Mom. I won't let anyone down. Not them, not you, and not Dad.
As long as he grows up safe and sound,
Oh,
that's enough for me.
Oh, you're a friend of Finon. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I just came in from the fields and got a bit messy. Hard work's a kind of joy, isn't it? It surely is. Seeing the wheat grow tall and golden just makes me smile, you know? Ah, look at me. Got so caught up chatting I forgot my manners. Come on in, make yourself at home. Once my kid's back, I'll have you try all the best honey sun cake and the smoked meat I just finished curing. Oh, we can talk to them still. Okay. Let's talk to her real fast.
I wonder just what is the outside world like?
Where did that butterfly go? Oh, I know you. You're Finon's friend. Are you chasing butterflies? Not chasing, I'm just observing. That one was a silver-winged butterfly, the kind with little star-shaped spots on its wings. So pretty. Do you like butterflies? I know lots of beautiful ones. I even know where they live. I can take you to see them if you promise to be my friend. I've got to run. See you around. Bye-bye. Come find me anytime you want to go see butterflies together. You miss Finon's father. Finon's memory. Finon, you brat. You're finally back. Skipping out on chores again. Where did you go? Me? I was just out back in the warehouse. Messing with those ancient treasures from the Crisis War again, weren't you? Be honest, that little clay jar you're so obsessed with, I bet it's just Piso's granddad's old pickle crock. Let's not argue over that now, Dad. What I wanted to say is, I've packed my bags. Oh. I almost forgot. Kid, you're quick on your feet just like me. Your mom still doesn't believe it. When are you leaving? Your mother and I will see you off. At the lucid hour of the day after tomorrow. You don't have to send me off. It's too early and the field work never ends. I'll be fine on my own. Really. Alright, have it your way, kid. Not long ago you couldn't even lift a hoe, and now you're off to Casham Kremnos to train with a sword. If Hades Elysia ever loses this wheat field, I don't even know how we keep track of the seasons. I'm afraid I won't be around to help you and Mom harvest for a long while. Don't worry about it. Your mother and I are still strong as a pair of oxen. Even without you, we'll keep this household running just fine. Focus on your swordsmanship. Don't get lost in idle thoughts. Even if you never become the deliverer they sing about in legends, or can't protect the whole world, you still need to come back and protect this little village of ours. Huh. How many times do I have to say it? I'm not come out to be some kind of deliverer.
There's no trick to looking after crops. Just have to have patience.
Oh, it's you! Not every day a guest shows up in this village. Nice field, huh? Did you plant all this wheat yourself? It's a beautiful wheat field. I know, right? The crop's looking fantastic this year. Look at that golden hue. Doesn't it outshine Minstia's dress? You're one of us now. No need to be shy. With such fine weather once our grapes have fermented, be sure to take my kids out to the wheat fields. Sit in the sun, feel the breeze. I'm not bragging. It feels great. Oh my god. What the? Nah, the world's just a giant sandbox game. There's another... Oh, one of those. Okay. A faceless statue in the Time Titan stands here, much like the one you encountered in the Abyss of Fate. It stands in silent vigil over the village like an ancient treatise with countless storms. Maybe this tiny village really isn't a production of time. How else could it remain so perfectly preserved against the ravages of time? The sudden dizziness washes over you. For a moment you think you hear echoes from the distant past. You're making that up. How could anyone catch 40 fish in just one afternoon? I'm not. Then where are these fish now? I set them all free. Another day, another puzzle. That's... No. What about... Okay, that needs to be lower. Probably need to free that. Okay. There we go.
No match for me. Looks good.
Piso's diary.
Is that all?
Piso, you little rascal.
Whoa, whoa,
Goofing
whoa.
off somewhere again.
Isn't this the young lad who's always with Finon? Rare to see you wandering around alone. Here, try some we made this morning. Coated with wild honey. It smells amazing. Perfect for young folks like you. This is delicious. You got more? You bet. You can eat as much as you want. This from a deer I bagged last week? Real tender meat. Would have been better fresh out of the pot, too. Too bad you missed it. Next time I'll let you try my fried fish, but you never tasted anything like it. Do you remember what Finon was like as a kid? Come on now, he's still pretty much a kid, isn't he? But yeah, when he was younger, he was a lot like my little rascal at home. Boys are all the same, heads full of hero stories, always dreaming of saving the world. Don't let his serious face fool you. He used to roll around the wheat fields of a ranch. By the way, if you want to learn how to catch field mice, he's someone to ask. The kid's got real skills. Finon's memory. Finon, good timing. Have you seen Piso around? Did Piso tick you off again? You bet. His teacher came knocking and said the little rascal's been skipping class lately. I did that a lot. I was about to have a real talk with him, but to my surprise, he vanished first thing this morning. Must have known what was coming and ran off early. He might be over by the granary. Got it. I'll go drive him back in a bit. Thanks for the heads up. Oh, that little scamp. If only you were half as easy to deal with as you. About the upcoming trip. You guys set a date to head out yet? I caught some fat rabbits the other day, and they're all cured and ready. Make sure you swing by to grab them before you leave. It'll probably be soon. Alright, once you pick a day, let me know. I'll walk you to the ferry myself. If you ask me, I say young folks should go out there and see the world themselves. It's gotta be better than staying stuck here forever. And when you get tired, just come home. The smoke in the village always rises early in Aquila. Go on then. I've got to start rent hunt out myself. There's Pythias. Scattered class notes. This. Finon, you once said you wanted to leave 80s Elysium and explore the wider world. How's that going? Everything's ready now. Good to hear. Life here is quiet, but out there you'll need to stay sharp. Just don't pressure yourself. Whatever you choose, as long as it's what your heart tells you, that's enough. As for the info of the Grove you asked me to look into, I've managed to dig up a few leads. Though I've never been there myself, they say the sages of its various schools are all brilliant minds. Learned, skilled, and deeply respected. Studying under one of them would surely take you far. Just wait till I come back a master. That's the spirit, but I've also heard the Grove of Epiphany places great value on open debate and independent thinking. The academic scene is extremely free, so much so that bizarre and radical theories pop up all the time. If you really plan to go, you'll need to keep your eyes sharp. Learn what you can, but don't lose your way. I'll keep that in mind. Well, I've rambled enough. You must have had your fill. Off with you now.
Those little scamps, I swear.
I must be a friend of Finance. Welcome. Not the best timing, though. It's a busy season in the fields right now, and the school's on break. Otherwise, I'd have love for you to tell the kids a bit about the outside world. I'm actually curious about the village school. Oh, then let me give you a quick tour. I've divided all the village kids into 3 classes by age. Each group has different lessons and schedules. The little ones learn arithmetic, geometry, and morals. The middle group studies geography and our prayer ceremonies. As for the oldest, they're free to explore what interests them. Teachers just guide them along the way. Arithmetic and geometry for tiny babe? Oh, okay. Sounds pretty relaxed, doesn't it? Just the basics, after all. Once they grow a little older, they'll be helping their parents in the fields, so no need for complicated knowledge. Still, I do hope that one day they will step beyond the village and see the world for themselves. How are the kids doing lately? Same as always, turn your back and they're climbing the curtains. Even the toys I've confiscated lately are way more creative than in Finance time. Can you believe it? Though it's just a rough shape, some kids can already carve little wooden horses by hand. Maybe we have some future priests of Johannes in the making. Such a game when there's more time. Gladly, I'm sure the kids would love meeting someone with your experience and stories. Trace Worm, you there, young man. Those eyes are shining bright. Let's play a game, shall we? Let's see if you can keep up with me. Eep. Can you guess where I am? Search the closest pile. You found me! Eagle eyes indeed. Want to play again, Eep? Aww. I think we've talked to everyone except for... Except for Piso, and I haven't run into him yet. How many of these have I opened? Almost all of them. Oh, she's swinging again.
Hi, I'm so happy to see you. Are you here to play with me?
I notice you're always here in the same spot. Well, swinging is just so relaxing. I love it. I tell my worries to the sky at the highest point, then leave them all behind on the way down. Well then, what should we do next? I want to do something meaningful. Great idea. I have something in mind too. Can I join you? Look, this place looks exactly how I remember 80s Elysier. Once the wind blows through again and the wheat starts swaying, it'll be even more beautiful. If only we could capture it somehow. A photo stone? Oh, right! It can save the scene perfectly! What a clever invention! Too bad the memory card's full. So, no more room for memories, huh? It's okay. Give it a little tap. Sometimes small miracles happen in Aegis Elysier. The lighting's just right. Mind if I give it a try? And the camera. Thanks, I knew I could count on you. Huh? What's with that surprised look? How could a moment worth remembering not include you? Honestly, you're the star of the whole scene. Alright. Give me a smile or make whatever you face it like. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 1. Didn't see that coming, did you? Candid shots are way more fun than posed ones. That expression was perfect. It's just a shame the photostone really can't save any more memories. Yep, the card's full after all. No miracle this time. But hey, it's not about the photo. It's the feeling that matters. Just thinking I took a photo of him is enough to make today special. Don't you think so too? Maybe that's why you can always carry this photo stone around. With it, it's like your friends are always right there with you. Plus, you can think of it as destroying the evidence. No photo means I can pretend I looked a little slimmer. What about you? When you think back on today, how will you picture me? Just like you are now. Even more beautiful. I'm not too worried. We'll meet all kinds of people and experience all sorts of things in the future. And some of those memories will bring us right back to how we felt today. When that happens, we'll get to paint even lovelier versions of each other in our memories, won't we?
I'm feeling kinda sleepy. Time for some shut-eye. See you in dreamland.
More memory crystal shards. And another chest.
Looks good.
Alright, let's go talk to the little chimera. This is a chimera of freedom. No duties to fulfill, no burdens to bear, just resting under the vast, lonely sky. Sleeping at sunset or sleeping even when the sun doesn't set. Little chimera darted away in a flash. Maybe it's this sharp sense of caution that's kept it from a life of toil. It's a little chimera. Maybe you've run into it somewhere before?
What an adorable chimera! It deserves a really sweet name. Any ideas?
Guardian of the Wheatfield. Holy Wubbaloo. Curious chimera. Soy dusted mochi cakes. Why don't you give it a name? Really? Then I better pick something special. How about... How's that? Not bad, it actually fits pretty well. Just kidding. I just think it's such a beautiful name. As for the little chimera, why don't we let it join the 80s Elizabeth fairy family and name it Chimera Mem? It seems really happy with its new name, Chimera Mem. I'll be calling you that from now on, little one. You're welcome to visit any time, and if you ever decide to stay, we'll bring you lots of yummy treats. You might even grow taller than that big tree over there. Wait, if that happens, won't Chimera turn into a Dromus? Yeah, the chime. Kidnapping for purchase. Siren is fast asleep. Perhaps the golden wheat fields of Elise is perfect to induce sleeper. Maybe the rustling of leaves have a certain magical sleeping effect. Actually, it's because your photo was left in the memory. There's a certain sense of safety to it. It felt as if you heard Siren say that. And yet her tranquil sleeping face hasn't changed at all. Except for the faint smile that had somehow curled at the corner of her lips. Solitary leopard! This baby seal paddles along all on its own, like a fish in the water, calm and carefree. But why does it have such determination in its eyes?
Soft and snuggy baby seal, splishing and splashing about. All chubby and pudgy. They're just too cute.
Manliest seal. I'm the mightiest manly seal in all of Adis Elysiae. No room for two seals in one pond. I gotta show 'em who's boss. Now find me a worthy opponent. Looks like the baby seal's getting hyped up. Is it because of the compliment? Still, it must get kind of lonely all here by itself. Wouldn't it be nice if it had a companion? Why are you still loafing around? Don't make me tail slap you in the face. Oh my god, so rude! But I remember seeing a certain seal down here by the docks. Oh, there's another puzzle here. There's the last treasure.
Is that all?
That's all of them. Nice. We still need to continue the mission with the Vortex of Genesis. There you are, little buddy. Lonely leopard. Being invincible is so lonely, because I'll just let the water drown out my greatness. If I don't find another seal to have a slamming duel soon, some of my best qualities might just... I know where to find another seal. Really? Take me there! There's only room for one top seal in this pond, and I'm going to prove it myself. Silence. A long tense silence. Two baby seals lock eyes, each scanning for an opening. Like duelists ready to draw their blades, you can almost feel the weight of their impending clash. The moment is set, and an epic battle is about to begin. They just said hi. Wait, that's it? You're not going to fight? We've already battled in our minds. A real clash would shatter this world. When you meet a kindred spirit far from home, you don't fight, you vibe. The new seal seems to love it here. Look how well they're getting along. Thanks to you, 80s Lizzie is getting livelier by the day. There's another ping. Fast are two seals. Still not awake yet. I think the last thing I need to do is find Piso. Because Piso seems very important to the story. So... Oh, and I also need to complete that puzzle thing, too. There's also another mission I gotta do that was... Yeah, we'll navigate that. There we go. Keep that mission on the backswing. Let's go complete the other puzzle. Another one of these.
Looks good.
Okay. With that done... Yeah, the very last thing would be to find that last... That's Livia. Oh. Prayers at the Onyx altar. I know you're making noise, little buddy. The wind chime sings a lovely tune. Other than that, nothing. Hold up, what's that? That ten little heads buckling in their mess place. Something huge just appeared on top of it. What's why are drums here of all places?
The wind chimes are ringing, just like heartbeats. It's so romantic.
Don't panic, it's just a spell of mine. I tried summoning a creature from the book and won't hurt you, and the hut's sturdier than it looks. Oh right, there's still a bit of leftover magic in the chime. Next time you walk by, you should give it a try. Chime makes a pleasant sound again. Instead of drum, it summons a Janus steed this time. Could it be a Trojan horse? Maybe there's a monster inside ready to invade this peaceful village. Almost as replying to your suspicion, the wind horse creaks open. Its hollow chest has nothing inside. The chime makes a pleasant sound again, and this time a cuddly seal pops out. Looks like the chime magic is limited. The more you use it, the weaker it gets. Maybe next time it won't work at all. The wind chime sings a lovely tune. You know it now that Siren's magic is gone. There's nothing left to summon. Wait a second, a little chimera appears, but it looks kind of familiar. Oh, woo. Aw, it's your good old chimera, mem. Maybe it was just playing around when it heard the chime and popped out to say hi. Jingle bells. We did enough.
Over here, look! The reflection on the water is super cute, isn't it?
Move closer to take a look. Oh my, another charming reflection has appeared. But these reflections always make me wonder, which is the real me? The one reflected in the water or the one standing on the shore? Oh, don't mind me, it's just some whimsical fantasies. Every kid has a wild imagination, you know. Well then, what should we do next? Hang around and get to know this place better. Great idea, let's take it easy and go for a walk. I'll be your personal guide. How's that sound? Another chime. Those who gaze upon beautiful sights are immensely greedy. They are plagued by a feeling that their horizons aren't wide enough. I'm a greedy person too, so I want to sit here a little higher. That way I can take in more of the scenery before me. That is a beautiful scenery. It really is. It's strange, we were closer at the beach, but it felt so far beyond reach. But when I'm sitting on the rooftop, I feel that such distant sights are within my grasp. There are even more captivating sights awaiting on this journey. Yes, once the journey begins, those distant lands will be truly within reach. Look, those white birds are soaring towards the mesmerizing scenery. The sky is so high, do you think we're a part of the scenery to gaze upon too? Cyrene falls silent, turning her head to look into the distance. So you also admire the scenery before you, mountains far away, sailboats, the horizon over the sea. The ocean breeze caresses your cheek, a gentle light, possibly the break of dawn on or a sunset glow, calms your heart.
Oh, you like the view here? Then let me get a good look too, so I can remember the places you like.
How long have we been sitting up here on the rooftop? No matter how long you look, this view of 80s Lizzie never gets old. Be careful when you're climbing down. Take it slow and don't slip. The roof tiles hurt after sitting for too long. Let's bring 2 cushions over next time. Oh, when I'm not around, you can't come up to the roof alone. I'll be worried. In exchange, I'll bring you up on this roof to look at the view. Another chime. More memory shards. They're just giving us about...
Looks good.
Wait a minute, what? We already had all 17. What? I'm not gonna complain. Rewards are rewards. You scared me. Good thing I can fly or have fallen. Eep, flyworm. Every time I glide over the wheat fields and watch the farmers swing away, I can't help but think. Wouldn't it be wonderful if there were magic that could plant seeds all on its own? Eep. I'm like, can I hit that thing? And apparently I can. Is there anything left to plant? I don't believe so. Oh, yeah, there is. The red flower and the 6 grains. You look just as excited as I am for our next wonderful journey together, aren't you? Don't rush. Maybe if we take a little break of reunion that feels just like the blink of an eye could lead to a whole new encounter waiting for us. Can we get over? Yeah, we can get over there. That's the area leading towards the grove. Am I missing something? Hold on. Let's go back to the maze. before we end things off, and well, the last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna head on and go through that other mission and see if there's anything special behind it. But I know we gotta run into Piso here somewhere, and we've done almost everything here too. Because I think we'll be able to talk to Cyrene one more time. Thanks to these memory shards, you should be able to find the rest of the nymphs pretty easily. Aha! There he is! Mr. Finon over here! Shh, keep it down. What trouble have you gotten yourself into this time? This one really wasn't my fault. As my dad's birthday is coming up, I thought I'd make him some gloves out of leather, so I've been out in the woods a lot lately. But I skipped a few classes to do it, and now Miss Pythias is on my tail. Couldn't you just explain everything to your dad? No, wait, it spoiled the fun. If I can't get him shocked and impressed at the same time, all this effort will go to waste. And besides, does he look like someone who listens to explanations every time it's the same thing? No questions, just a cane. Anyway, don't worry, Mr. Finon. I'm your #1 follower. Even if you leave to explore the world, I'll keep all the brats here in line. And when you two become legendary heroes, Livia and I will come join you. You've got to tell us about your adventures or feed us tons of delicious stuff. It's a deal. Don't you dare forget. Once I leave the village. Alright, I get it already. You said it a million times. I know it's coming. Listen to Dad, practice archery, no picky eating, no skipping class, no bullying Livia. Did I miss anything? Remembering isn't enough. You gotta do it. Everything except that last one is fine. That girl's fierce. I mean, who'd even dare bully her? Anyway, don't worry, Mr. Finon. I'm your #1 follower. Even if you leave to explore the world, I'll keep all the brats here in line. And we need to be... Got stuff to take care of. See ya. Got it. I need to find a better hiding spot anyway. Catch you later.
Boring. I want to go fishing.
Where should I hide? Ah, what the? You scared me. What do you think are you up to? Nothing. I was just scoping out the next competition spot. Just so you know, I'm the hide-and-seek champion of this village. Pretty awesome, huh? So that's how it is. You're not saying anything. Well, why are you being so scary? Fine, I'll come clean. My dad's gonna whoop me at the moment. So I came out here for shelter. That's it. Happy now? So, do you need something? Can you say I'm busy? Can you tell me about Finon? Huh? You two are glued together most days and now you're asking me? Ha! Knew it! No one in this village is tighter with Mr. Finon than me. Let me tell you a secret. Mr. Finon's destined to be a great hero. This is from the Oracle cards. It's the will of Oronix. Once I'm grown and master swordplay and archery, I'll head out to find Mr. Finon. I want to be a little hero too. Well, maybe if Livia begs me to bring her along, I might consider it. You can do it. Good luck. Thanks, I'll keep all the luck I can get. No way Dad's finding me this time. Okay, I think that's everything in this village that we can do. I think she's opened up one more time. Yep! The last one.
No rush. We've still got all the time in the world. Just take it slow. Time will stop for us.
It's true, I can't feel time moving forward at all. We need to start a new chapter. That's the you I know. Determined as ever, but for now, the ship to take us to our next adventure hasn't arrived. And I'll wait right here with you. Well then, what should we do next? One more time, let's do something meaningful. Great idea, I have something in mind too. Can I join you? No matter how many times I see the entrance to the Remembrance Maze, it still feels like a dream. Do you feel it too? Just standing here makes it feel like a magical adventure is about to begin. Don't the villagers know of its existence? Yes, fairies are very shy. Only pure innocent children can enter the maze. But I trust that you will be welcome. How about giving it a try? Enter the tree hollow. Going smoothly, just expect it. Be careful on your way in. What's that sound? Are you okay? He's fine, but I'm not, Mem. Get up. You're crushing me, Mem. Injured Mem. Humans are so heavy, Mem! Oh my. Serene also encountered something similar when she first entered the maze. I'm sorry, little fairy. Are you here to welcome the new visitors? As an apology, will heal you for one access magic. It's okay. Mem's very sturdy, but I just like a small compensation. Mem's here to listen to stories. Tell Mem a story about the outside world and that'll do. Something wonderful and moving.
Wanna hear a story? I've got so many, and I can tell them to you one by one. But I have one condition. You have to listen carefully, okay?
Yeah, the fairy is finally satisfied and willing to leave. I'm glad it wasn't hurt. What about you? How does it feel to be an audience after being a narrator for so long? Can you recall more of those lost memories? This won't do. Somehow it feels disconnected from reality. Perhaps Serene experienced something in the maze before, but my memory's a blur. Just like you, it feels like my first time visiting this place. But don't worry, my memories from being Mem have been retained, and I can remember the Flame Chase journey, as I've written, and... Oops. It's okay, only you know the memories. I can't bring myself to speak. I can't bring myself to speak up. Let's put that aside. Why don't you save me a little longer in this maze and explore together? Serene dragged you around the maze for a good while. Eventually, both of you were tired and said goodbye. So what else did she want to say after you and in? Guess I'll have to ask when she's rested. And more memory crystal shards. Hold on, I need to check those images real. Oh, I can't tell what it's trying to say. Damn, went by a little too fast. I might have to wait for that.
Nice. Nice.
Good, I can slow this down real fast just so I can see. The helplessness of drowning in the grove, embarrassed by me calling you a pretty girl. What does it just say it? Oh my god.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
More memory crystal shards. Was that the last bell? Let's head back to Cyrene real quick. No, it's still highlighted, so... Nope. Let's go.
It's still early. Where to now?
The taste of celestial ambrosia.
Are you alright? No, it's so boring here. Dark and cramped and small. It feels awful. Never mind that, my dear. Bring your browser here. Treasures, relics, beauties, take your pick. Can I notice the changes around, or is it simply too intoxicated? No documented cases of ambrosia completely overriding an individual's perception of external reality. Conjecture. The name was previously interacted with this entity, potentially affecting its cognitive functions. Is this Lycus' observation memory? Ambrosia, bring me the ambrosia. I've got more treasures for you, darling. Libiation. Boom. All done. Level cap from 40 to 50.
The sea is right here.
Didn't get everything yet, but we're close. Trailblaze missions and adventure missions. Resplendent Ambrosia. Mission complete. I suppose we're waiting. Speak with any villager from finance perspective. Your city once more. Welcome to 80s Elysiae. Disturb the slumber of fairies. Force out the stay-at-home fairy. Offer farewell to finance pen pal. Become acquainted with the little chimeras of 80s Elysiae. Sow seeds in the flower parts of Sacrament Courtyard. Find a companion for 80s Elysiae's baby seal. Use up all the magic in the wind chimes. And participate in the fairies' ball. I think we've done everything. I don't think... Well... I don't think...
It's still early.
Oh!
Where to now?
There is!
Little Chimera! Little Chimera, why are you so small? Hurry up Then grow up so I can see how cute you'll be.
Maybe it'll bolster bonding. You might be right. All baby animals grow with love and care, and chimeras are probably no different. Oh, woo! Compared to our first encounter, Chimera Mem seems to have really changed. Maybe before long we'll be able to cuddle and play with it. Well then, what should we do next? We could hang around here and get to know this place better. Great idea! Let's take it easy and go for a walk. I'll be your personal guide. How's that sound? Another bell. It's such a pleasure to lie on the balcony and watch the windmills guidely turn on a sunny and breezy day. Let me tell you a secret. These big contraptions that turn amidst the winds aren't just decorations. They have mills in them. The villagers use windmills to grind grain and bake tasty bread from flour. Why don't we lie down and enjoy the windmills together? It's okay to fall asleep. Someone will bring you bread and the warm fragrance will wake you up.
Round and round the windmill spins. So slow. Oh, so slow. So slow that it's like even time it.
Why did it stop so fast? I was so groggy I actually fell asleep. Another memory crystal shard. We're getting a lot of these now. Wonder if it's the game telling us that we should go and collect the rest of these nymphs. I'll probably save that for way later on. Anything else? That happened as soon as we left too. Excuse me.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
I don't think there's anything else for us to do here now. I think we've... think maybe this is. I think we're pretty much done with Star Rail for now until the new events come up. Alright, what I want to do, real quick, is one last thing. Allow me to finish the rest of my food.
Do it!
Until everything burns to ashes!
To the soul! With this divine power, I reforge all things!
I know this was going to be a heartbreaking story, but goddamn, it really just hits you in the feels.
To the soul! With this divine power, I reforge all things! I choose you!
This week's going to be a little rough. Saturday we have to go in early, and it's everyone too. That's going to be annoying to deal with. But we'll see what happens.
This divine power, I reforge all things! To the soul! Insanity! This divine power, I reforge all things!
said and done. I think we're good to call it there. Because I don't think... Where'd she go? Oh!
This flower's for you. It's just like a girl's heart, so you better take good care of it.
Thank you, I'll take good care of it. You could also give it to someone important to you and share these feelings with others. Even if it withers, don't weep. A gentle breath will help it return to the soil where it belongs. Well then, what should we do next? I want to do something meaningful. Great idea! I have something in mind too. Can I join you? Look, a whole plate of fresh fruit. Little joys like this always make me smile. They remind me that the world's still bustling, still full of people doing their best to live. I know what you mean. Then how about a little warm-up? Imagine someone close to you suddenly disappears. Just like now, what would you do? Cyrene, where'd you go? Just kidding, the mood felt right, so I thought I'd play a little hide-and-seek. Here's a hit. I'm right next to you. Right next to me? Glance around the sacrament courtyard, the threshing grounds, the beach, but there's no sign of Cyrene. Just the soft rustle of wind through the quiet village. Until your eyes return to the tree, the swing, the pond, and the scarecrow she gave you when you first met. The scarecrow? That's me. I knew you'd find me. Hide and seek's the best way to see if two people are truly connected. It's like memories. They might fade with time, but they never really go away. When the heart is stirred, those moments return, more vivid and more beautiful than before. I didn't mean to click on that. Maybe next time we head out on a journey, it won't be me playing hide and seek with you. It'll be fate, just out of reach. But I believe no matter how many times, you'll always... How about that's too heavy a thought for a place like 80s Lizzie. Let's go back to hide and seek. Now it's my turn to try and find you, okay? I'll hide somewhere you'll never find me. Then he'll just keep looking and looking and looking.
Now where did it go? Hiding in some corner, waiting for me to come find it?
More shards. Phew, hide and seek can be quite tiring. You're really competitive. You'll dive into any spot, whether it's on the roof or in a wheat pile. Too bad for you, I found you every time. 80s Lizzie is on my side, after all. What do you want trash cans for? Doesn't sound like something I should get into. As a loser, your punishment is, if someday I were to disappear, you have to believe that I'll return to your side. Don't give up on that thought easily. Okay. Now. We haven't checked this in a while. Located on the far side of the world. Are we going to be exploring? We haven't been here yet before. No, we have. It's just the last time we were here. There's a lot more to this place we need to explore too. I didn't realize there was a mission right there too. And it's right there. Let's see how close we are to it. Joy, whoosh, you actually dodged my iron ball? Whoosh, or maybe you're just a ghost. The iron ball passed right through you. I see. It's all starting to make sense now. Let me help you understand with my bat. Sorry, it's not my fault. This is all a mouth of mine. It's been so long since I talked to a real person, I barely remember how to speak. Since you're alive, I shouldn't stop you. There's treasure up there. Go take a look. Yeah, we haven't explored this part yet, I don't think. There's still... Help! Chirp! Alright, I have to go on the other side in order to get to you. I don't feel like fighting. There's no need to fight. There's a treasure, though. Bush, welcome to the maze house. Are you familiar with these balls? Just use the power of Aronix to get them into the holes. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen a living person, I forgot to check. You do know how to use Aronix's prayer, right? That I do. You almost got me. Anyway, using the prayer isn't such a big deal. Listen carefully. As long as you make all the balls stop on the pressure plates, it's done. Look, the balls are here. And here. It's up to you now. I'll be flying around here. Whoosh. Chrono vessel is a temporal ritual tool crafted by Aronix's priest and causes internal stasis. Okay. Well, we've certainly got quite a bit to do here. Looks like we can't gain access until we talk to Joyworm over here. I think this is gonna be set. We're gonna have to do this a lot later on. Whoa. Are you? Aha! I believe you aren't that hard to solve.
So that's how it works.
Okay. Alright, guys. This was a whole lot of fun. Being able to finish up the last of those tiny bitty story bits was pretty nice. I suppose next time we're gonna go ahead and we got a bit of we got some event that we gotta take care of. Look at that. Nearly 19,000 jade and 32 of those special passes. I hope we get Saber. At the very least, I think we'll get enough to get that light cone for you. For Archer. Okay, guys, I'm Senichi. Hope you guys have fun out there, so see you again for another stream. Until then, have fun, stay safe, don't rage, and as always, game on, gamers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and sadly, we weren't able to fit in any COD like I wanted to, but beggars can't be choosers, and plus I need sleep. You wouldn't believe how much coffee I drink just to stay awake this past shift. See you guys. Excuse me. See you guys later.